cities, concept of sponge cities, SPONGE, sponge cities. So in this brief discussion on the sponge cities, we will discuss that what do we mean by the sponge cities, what the sponge cities are, and what is the purpose behind the creation of such sponge cities, and what benefits this is going to bring us, right? And what can be the profile of the sponsities, or what the problems the sponsities are going to address here. So these are the basic points which we are going to discuss here. So first of all, let me try if I would be able to paste here from my that right document. So then it would be much better. So as far as this is concerned, that what are the sponsities? So let me discuss this with you. One point is the introduction. So as far as the introduction of the sponsities is concerned, by introduction we mean that what can we say in this introduction? That Jal Jeevan Mission urban document speaks about the urban aquifer management by creating green spaces and the sponge cities. Right? We have just discussed in the previous part of the lecture that under Jal Jeevan Mission, which is for 5 years, which has been announced in this budget, the component of that Jal Jeevan Mission, one component of that Jal Jeevan Mission is that urban aquifer management. And when we were discussing about this urban aquifer management, then I told you that this is by creating the green spaces in the cities and by creating the sponge cities also, right? So now, what is the meaning of the sponge cities? Now let us move on to that, right? What is the meaning of the sponge cities, right? So as far as the meaning of the sponge cities is concerned, I am just pasting it here for you, right? The next part of my document, right? So that is the meaning. So I have written here what is this city and the idea behind this, right? So one thing which I have mentioned here, that sponge is a material that soaks or absorbs water. This is what everybody knows, right? So when we think about the sponge, then what comes into our mind is that this is a such type of material that soaks the liquid, right? So a sponge city, right, is such a type of city that is planned in such a way that the rainwater may be allowed to permeate into the ground instead of allowing it to run away into the oceans right through the rivers. Okay, so it means a sponge city is a city which is planned in such a way, right, so that the rainwater may be allowed to permeate, may be given the time to permeate into the ground instead of allowing it to run away immediately right into the oceans through the rivers. Okay, so the problem behind the this Mumbai floods is that right. So whenever the rain pours there, right. So Mumbai is a sort of city, right, where there is asphalt roads are there, concrete structures are there, right. So then when the rain pours, the sewerage system of the Mumbai city uh, could not bear that right increased amount of flow of water into the system, right. So that is why the excess rainwater right starts collecting there or starts depositing there, and that causes a flood. You can see all of a sudden floods happen there in the Mumbai, and The reason is that due to the Pakka structures there in the Mumbai, water does not permeate even, right? So that is why the water gathers there, right? And the sewerage system is not able to carry the entire water immediately. It takes time, right? Because sewerage would be running on the full capacity at that time. And due to that, right, the water, right, starts, you can say, gathering at particular points, and that flows in the type of the floods, right? So this is one point. And second point is that in Mumbai, the population density is very high, right? That is why it creates a number of obstructions also there in the flow of the water. So leave that. We are coming on this point, right? So sponge city. Sponge is a material that soaks or absorbs water. So a sponge city is such a type of city that is planned in such a way that the rainwater may be allowed to permeate into the ground instead of allowing it to run away into the ocean through rivers, right? So the point is better that when the rain pours, right? When the rain pours, right? So what happens? The water falls onto the ground, water falls onto the surface here, right? So there may be two options, right? One option is that we don't have any system, and that is why whatever the rainwater pours there, right, because of the concrete structures being made, that rainwater, right, gathers, and that falls into some right river, and through that river it enters into some large ocean body. So one is that, right? So one can happen this way, right? And the second thing is what can happen. Second thing is that right, we can, right, we can create some sort of, you can say, reservoirs here, right, pools here, ponds here, right, on the surface, right, or we can keep some open spaces here, right, uh, in which, in those open spaces we can, you can say, right, grow plants there, and that plants and that open spaces, right, with the plants that would act like a sponge. Sponge means that would, right, soak the rainwater, that would absorb the rainwater, right, and filter that rainwater into the ground through their roots, etc. Right. So that is what is the sponge city concept. Right. So let me move further on this point that concrete structures, parking spaces, asphalt roads in most of the cities make them impermeable systems, leaving the least, if not no, scope for rainwater, right, to filter through the ground to recharge aquifers below. Right? So whatever the cities are today we are seeing, right? Cities are made of the concrete structure, right? So due to that, asphalt roads are there. So due to that, we can say cities have become a impermeable system. An impermeable system. Impermeable system means there is no chance, there is no space, or there is no, you can say, right, probability, or very less probability at least, right, to filter the water, or to, right, mm, permeate the water into the ground, right? So entire water runs away, right? So now this causes acute problem of water scarcity in cities. This is one of the reasons that why there is water scarcity in cities, right? Aquifers do not get recharged. Aquifer recharging does not take place there because the concrete structure is there and water does not stop there, right? Whatever the water arrives from the rain, right? So that is immediately, you can say, right, flown in, that is immediately, you can say, flown into the rivers and the oceans further, right? So that is why aquifers are not recharged there. Therefore, it is not possible to withdraw the water from the ground through the bore wells, and urban local governments have to spend huge amounts of money for management and supply of water to meet the needs of the city dwellers because of the planning of the cities, because of the structures made there, nature of the structures made there, right? So aquifers does not get recharged, do not get recharged, and if the aquifers don't get recharged, then what happens? Then the water uh, storage or water quantity in the aquifers is reducing day by day, and with that fall of water quantity in the aquifers, two problems arise. One problem is the shortage of water, right, which we can withdraw from the ground through the wells or bore wells, right? That water becomes short in supply. And the second thing is that deterioration or degradation of the quality of water, right? Because why degradation of the quality of water, right? Because sponsities may be natural also, right, may be natural also. So now the point is that why we can say, right, degradation of water, because let's suppose, right, so there is a, let's suppose there is this much salt content or this much impurity in the water, right? This much impurity in the water. So this is the impurity in the water. Right? This much impurity in the water is there, right? So, so if this, right, if this pot will be full with water, then what is there? Im- these impurities would be dissolved in a larger amount of water, right? So it means per unit amount of water, right? So there will be very less amount of the impurities, right? So if the water comes low, if the water goes down in this aquifer, right? So let's suppose the water remains only up to, you can say, this amount, right? So then what will be there? The whole impurities, right, will be dissolved in less amount of water. If the whole amount of impurities is dissolved in less amount of water, then what will happen? Then per unit, right, dissolved impurities would be much higher. It means quality of water falls, right? And that would lead to more expenditure on the purification of the water, on the processing of the water. Right? So it means with the fall in the water level, right, in the aquifers below the surface. So two things happen. One is the water scarcity occurs, quantity of water falls. And the second, which is main, which is another important thing, that is the increase of impurities, right, in the water, in per unit water. So that means quality is also degraded, right? Quality comes down of the water. So this is the second thing which we have discussed here. So I think the concept of the sponge cities is much clear to you now, right? So it is not a vague thing now, right? So you would be able to write it. It is quite simple. And China is creating a number of sponge cities now, right? And the next thing is that which we are discussing now, that is the problems which the sponge city concept is going to address, right? Are expected to address. Number one, water scarcity in urban and peri-urban areas. If the sponge cities would be created, then it would allow the rainwater to permeate into the ground, to filter into the ground, and recharging of the aquifers also. So with that, what will happen, right? So water scarcity will be solved because the water, because the quantity of water below the surface, that would increase, right? So, and that water can be extracted with the help of the wells, bore wells, etc. Right? So that is there. Second thing is that degradation of water quality in river or seas when the polluted urban water is discharged into the rivers. Right? So as I have already told you, that dual piping system when we were discussing, that when the rainwater is allowed to mix with the sewage water, then what is there? right? At the point where the sewage water is treated, at that point the amount of water, right, for the treatment that increases, right, beyond the capacity of the treatment plant, and that excess water is allowed to right flow into the rivers, and through rivers it enters into the, we can say, oceans, and then it creates the problem of pollution into the water bodies, in river bodies, and in the ocean bodies, right, which can affect the, right, our marine ecosystem or our water ecosystem, you can say, right? Next is degradation of the urban ecosystem and green areas in the cities, right? The problem is of degradation of urban ecosystem. Our urban ecosystem, how degraded? Number one, right? Number one, we can say that there is a, you can say, faster rate of development in the urban centers, right? So in the name of that faster development, various housing colonies, various industrial centers, and various offices, buildings are being set up. And then parking lots have to be created, large parking lots, big markets have to be created there, right? And similarly, a lot of infrastructure services like building of roads, streets, etc. That is there, right? So all this happens. So now with that, what is there that more and more land which is available in the cities, right? That is brought under the construction of the structures to meet the or to fulfill the needs of the cities. So what is that? That leads to the degradation of the urban ecosystem. Right? Trees are cut there, right? If there are some forests in the periphery or within the city, those are also cut because the infrastructure is going to be built up there, right? So that leads to the degradation of the urban ecosystem and green areas. The green areas are also reducing in the cities, right? And the spawn city concept is entirely based on this thing, right? It entirely based on the open spaces. It entirely based on the construction of the green belts, right? And construction of green belt means planting of the trees or plants, right, in the land which is available, right, whichever where it is available, right, and right, which is available there. So, and those roots of the plants, right, work as a that sponge, right, so that absorbs the water and you can say, right, transfer the water into the aquifers below. So that means uh, when these sponge cities will be created, so with the creation of the sponge cities, that is the degradation of the urban ecosystem would also stop, right? And the green area in the cities would increase. Next is the urban flooding. The problem of the urban flooding would also be resolved. Urban flooding, I told you, when there is nothing for the water to permeate into the ground, nothing for the water to filter into the ground, nothing for the water to be soaked into the ground, right? So that entire water, right, floods away, right, at the moment when the rain occurs, when the rain pours, right? So if there will be such type of spongicity, you can say systems will be there, right? So there will be the roots of the plants. Those roots of the plants would allow the water to permeate, right? So those will create a hindrance also in the run of the water, in the flow of the water. So water will be allowed to stand at a place for to, you can say, stay at a place for a longer amount of time, right? So then it would increase the chances of the permeability into the ground, and hence the ground aquifers will be recharged, right? And if the water is right, if there are the more plants, water would run at a slow pace. If the water runs at a slow pace, then the chances of the flash floods, right, would decrease further, would fall further, right? Okay, so that is the point, right? Would fall further. Sorry, I forget to take it, right, to read it. So that is the point there. I think now the voice will be okay. So that is the issue there. Okay, so these are the problems which it is going to address now. right? So now the next point in this is, right, this is the last point in this topic, right? So what is there in a spongicity, right? What is there in a spongicity? Now we are going to discuss this here, right? So as far as what is there in a spongicity is concerned, right? So we are discussing this also. One is a spongicity consists of a continuous open green spaces, right? So that is an important and prerequisite for the spongicities, right? Because the concept is based on this only. Second is interconnected waterways, channels, and ponds that can naturally hold and filter water, right? Interconnected waterways means the surplus water from one body can be shifted to the other body. That is why interconnection is must. Interconnection is required, right? So that interconnection would help in number one, the wastage of water through the evaporation, right? One point is that, okay, the overflowing of the water bodies there, right? Overflowing of the water bodies there, which causes floods also. So one is that point, right? And the next point is that it would help in the right balanced distribution of water, right, in the entire urban body, in the entire city, right? Otherwise, what is there? If in one part of the city water is surplus, that will remain surplus because there is no connection for that surplus water to be transferred to that area where the water uh, availability is low, right? But the interconnected systems would allow the water to transfer from surplus areas to the scarcity areas, right? So that is there. So balanced thing. Next is the green roof concept, right? And next is the porous designs, including bioswales, porous roads, and the pavements, right? So porous grounds, including bioswales, right? So let me show you one image of the bioswale, right? So that will be uh, helpful to you, right, in understanding the concept, right? That what is the bioswale, right? Everybody of you have seen the bioswales there in the cities, right? So, but yes, because we don't use this term, right? So that is why we think that, right, we don't come to know about this, right? So we are not aware about this, that you can say this is a bioswale, right? So let me take an example of this thing. Okay, so as far as the bioswales are concerned, okay, so this is a save images. Just 1 second. So now the thing is that I'm bringing before you that bioswale example. Okay, let me share it with you. See beta, is it visible to you? I think it will be visible to you. It is just processing, right? So this is the bioswale, right? So have you seen it? Hmm? Have you seen it in the cities? Yes or no? Anna, at many places you might have seen it. Okay. Asika, maybe it not there in your city, right? So because this is very common, right? These are called the bioswales, right? So okay. Geeta has also not seen it. Okay, in Mumbai may not be there. Okay. Yes. So many among you must have seen in the parks, etc., right? Along the roadsides, etc., in the cities, right? In the open spaces in the cities, you must have seen this, right? So these are called the bioswales, right? Right, Peter? Yes. So, Vita, what is the purpose of these bioswales, right? So these bioswales, right, we can say help you. right? So these bioswales help you, uh, right, or help in the, right, you can say, permeation of the water into the ground, or in the or in filtering the water into the ground, right? And moreover, it prevents the city from the flooding also, right? So that's why, right? Because Geeta has not seen, that is why there is problem of floods in your city, Geeta. And then, okay, so bioswales, porous roads and pavements, right? It means porous roads, right? So let us say that, that let's suppose, right, this is a road, right, which is going there, right? So in these roads, right, we can create small pores, right? So through these small pores, what can happen, right? The water can permeate into the ground, right? So water can be allowed to permeate into the ground. So what will be the benefit with this? Number one, the groundwater bodies would be recharged. One is that, right? It means aquifer would be recharged. And the second thing is that problem of flooding would also be reduced, right? So such type of small holes can be created there. Okay, porous roads. Okay, and pavements also, right? So that can be there. And saving and recycling of water. Water's key saving and the recycling of the water through awareness. Number one is that. Because until and unless people don't cooperate, households don't cooperate, till then it is not possible. Second is incentivizing customers to save water, right? Those customers who save water, those can be incentivized. How they can be incentivized, right? So we can say those customers who use less water, right? So they can be charged less. It means like the income tax rate slab, right? So water tariff rate slab can be according to that, right? You can say progressive slab, right? Means per unit charge, right, on water consumed will be less. Let's suppose, right, per liter charge on water consumed is 10 paisa, let's suppose, right? So if you consume up to 100 liters of water, right? So if you consume water from 100 to 200 liters of water, then that will be increased to 25 paisa per liter, right? So if that is further increased from 200 liters, so then that will be 50 paisa per liter of water. So this is the way that those who use less water or those who save water, those will be rewarded, and those who save more water, they will be punished in that way, right? So this is the point. Last point is smart monitoring systems to identify leakage and inefficient use of water. So with the help of the technology, we can develop the smart monitoring system so that we may check sitting at one place that where is the leakage in the water, leakage of the water, right? And where is the inefficient use of water, right? So that that may be immediately checked, right? And the water may be saved, right? So this is what is there. Okay, so now let us revise it once, right? So Spawn cities, Jal Jeevan Mission document speaks about this, right? Second is Spawn city is such a type of city which is planned in this way that the rainwater may be allowed to permeate or soak it into the ground, right? So that is there. Okay, instead of running into the water bodies, right? So okay, so we can say in cities there is problem because the water is not allowed to stop, water is not allowed to permeate, right? So due to the concrete structures or asphalt roads there, right, when the rain pours, all the water runs away immediately into the streams or into the rivers, and through the rivers it goes into the oceans, right, which create a number of problems. Right, so urban flooding is one of the reasons which is created by this thing also, right? So that is there. Okay, so the next thing is that due to this the water scarcity is very high in the cities, right? Right, so we have seen the examples everywhere. And the next is problem that responsibility is expected to, number one, it will solve the problem of water scarcity, and number two, degradation of water quality, pollution, in oceans and rivers. And number three, degradation of urban ecosystems and green areas. Number four, urban flooding problem. It will resolve those also. And the next is sponsity consists of continuous open green areas, interconnected waterways, green roofs, porous designs, and saving as recycling of water through this, right? So this is there. So now, beta, the problem is the sorry. So now today we have discussed two important concepts. One is the Jal Jeevan Mission urban, right? So urban एरियाज में वाटर की सप्लाई को कैसे हम सस्टेनेबल बना सकते हैं और what can be done, right, to ensure the water supply to the city dwellers on a continuous regular basis, right? So one is that point which we have discussed, and what is the problem, why the water problem in the city areas, right, is becoming more acute day by day. What is the reason behind that? We have discussed that also, right? And what may be the consequences of the water shortage in one area, right? So we have discussed that also, that it may lead to social consequences, economic consequences, political consequences, environmental consequences as well, right? So we have discussed all these things there, right? So now various components of the Jal Jeevan Mission we have discussed, mechanism we have discussed, and in those we have discussed one point of that is the sponsities, and sponsities concept we have further discussed that sponsity क्या है, right? Sponsity कौन सी problems को address करेगा, sponsity के benefit क्या होंगे, so all these things we have discussed almost, right? So it means such type of question on the sponsity, because this is a new idea, right, as far as the this formal thing is concerned, right? So new idea for making the cities sustainable, right? So let's suppose the question is asked, right? Suggest ideas or suggest a strategy to make the city life sustainable, right? So बड़ा important question है ये, because urban centers are becoming a problem today due to the mismanagement, due to the lack of facilities, amenities over there, right? So you try to write this thing, right? So, right, making urban centers sustainable, right? Making cities sustainable, बस इतना ही लिख लो, ठीक है? इसके ऊपर आप एक ऐसे लिखने की आप कोशिश करो, right? Making cities sustainable. Okay, making cities sustainable, right? So beta, when you will write this essay, first thing is that examiner is asking making cities sustainable. It means there is a one thing in mind of examiner, that the cities are not sustainable today, right? So first of all, you have to convince the examiner, yes, I agree with you, and yes, I read your mind, right? I have read your mind, right? Whatever you want to, right? You can say draw from me. I know that, right? So that is why, first of all, we should talk about the right. Let us start with this, that making cities sustainable is a global challenge today, right? Due to this, right? Cities are becoming unsustainable, right? So if the same trend continues, and if the you can say proper attention is not given, if the technological interventions are not put in, right, so then it would be difficult, right, to manage the cities or to serve the city population in the days to come, right, in a better way, right, or in a you can say uh, that right, dignified way, right? So that is there, right? So now you will write that what makes cities unsustainable, that is the point, right? And what are the problems in the cities, right? In cities there is the problem of density of population, right? Overburden of population, right? Pura scheme of APJ Abdul Kalam you can discuss here as a solution, right? So there is a problem of the burden on city infrastructure. Cities are not able to bear the burden of population which is pouring into the cities, right? Again, Pura is the best solution, which was given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, right? So you should need that, right? Need to study that Pura. So again, that is there, right? So then there is the problem of this type of problem: water problem, housing problem, right? Sewerage problem, flooding problem, right? Uh, these are the problems, number of problems, right? Right. So increasing other things like robberies, and the safety of the women is also there, a big aspect, right? Like we have seen the rape instances at various places, right? So that is also there, right? So transportation system problem is there, right? So then you must have to, right? And then the energy needs are increasing, right? Increasing energy needs are leading to the, you can say, environmental degradation also, right? And cities also contributing into the environmental degradation in some way or the other, we can say, right? And then to address everything that, right? So you can suggest the measures, that what can be the measures, right? Transportation problem, how can be solved? Energy problems, how can be solved? Right? Water problem, how can be solved? Sewerage problem, how can be solved? Right? And flooding problem, how can be solved? Your answer will be complete, right? So your essay would be complete. So you have to do only this thing there. Okay. Uh, okay. Yes, 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 Peter. Yes, you can use it, right? You can use example from anywhere in the world. There is no restriction on us, right? Even that would make your essay more attractive, right? So please write your essay, right, and send it to me. Okay. So I suggest to everybody. Okay, right? So anything else you want to ask, right? So anything else you want to ask? Topic was a very general topic, very common topic, right? But still I discussed with you, because if I tell you that only 4 lines of the Jal Jeevan Mission, I would have written there, but that would not be much useful to you, right? So this concept, right, needs to be, right, you can say, cultivated into your minds, right? So that you may now develop it, right? Yes, yes, writing a general topic becomes more difficult for us. It is true. So that's why, beta, I hope that everybody of you would try to write an essay on this, making cities sustainable. So anything, any suggestion you want to give to me, I am sitting here, right? So, and right. So hope you may have, yes, 1 to 50 words, right? So hope you may have enjoyed this lecture. You may not be feeling bored in this lecture today, right? So tomorrow I will take a new topic, right? Due to this habit of my discussion, right? Because I went into long discussion. So due to this habit, many plans which I do for you, right? So those remain as it is, because I was to start the question discussion with you from the preliminary point of view, right? To make you ready for the preliminary examination, right? I daily plan it, but because the whole time, right? So went into lecture every day, goes into lecture every day. So that's why uh, let me plan, right? So I will try the discussion of the questions of previous years with you also. So that will help you that how to tackle the questions in the examination, right? Because there are two things which are required. One is knowledge, second is the skill, right? Knowledge I'm imparting you through these lectures, and as far as the skill is concerned, right, for skill, right, I would like to do something more, right? So that's why I'm trying my best. I will include that in our daily schedule, right? So as soon as possible. Okay, so I hope there is no question, or if there is any question, I am open. Otherwise, allow me to leave. Hello, can I leave?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, beta. Okay, take care.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, beta.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
God bless to everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, CSET class I am going to take today, right, at 4, right? I will send you this ID, right? And password in, you can say next 1 or 2 hours, right? So don't worry, I will take class. Okay, beta, take care. God bless you all. Stay healthy, stay happy, and keep on doing the smart and hard labor. Okay, take care.